Sorry, what's that?
It's a
Oh,
phonical
and you
flash
showed
device.
New York this month
It's
too,
factory
right?
too.
Yeah.
I think
I saw.
The castle reacts to the deaths of objects like dog or.
It's interesting. It feels like painful just watching it. Like I can
Yeah.
see your teens and the mouse. Like I feel like
Yeah.
You project that there might be fingers on there.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
We are our sense is extended to the device like this.
Oh, Zoe! Yes!
I'm so sorry I am a bit late. I've taken extra jobs in another school to teach extra classes to buy the RAM for my computer.
Wow.
You know, it was like that. I mean, I had no money. So to buy 40 megabytes of RAM, it cost like
I remember
thousands of dollars.
256 megabytes
Yeah.
of RAM for my Mac 8100 was going to cost 11 grand or something.
Oh my God.
Back in the, it's crazy.
Jack,
Yeah.
do you have anything that needs to be emulated?
I probably
should
had a
have-
lot of
yes.
stuff, but I was going to say in the mid-90s, that was the beauty of the web. It was that you would get up in the morning and you would wait for, AOL to log on or whatever, and then you would take hours just surfing around looking for stuff like yours, right?
Well, people did. I mean, there were boards, like programmers in Palo Alto used to write to me, email me.
Oh, really?
And who in the early hours, I guess, found my movies. And then, interestingly, it got to film festivals, felt like they had to pay attention to this kind of work, and art shows. And that was what made me happiest, to be part of, not just be in the world of technology. Because that wasn't the important thing to me.
You said that you are really interested in art galleries and exhibiting this. Have you exhibited this film in galleries?
Yes, I have.
How would you do that?
Well, it was shown at the Whitney Biennial, and there was just a computer like this. There was a little space and a chair and a desk and a mouse, and people just sat down and interacted with it.
So it kept its interactive nature,
Yes,
despite
yes.
being in the museum. Okay, cool.
Exactly, and people just stood around and waited their turn, and it was a little structure that was made by Dan Graham. It was really nice.
Was there a single computer for the entire?
show? There was a single computer, and people could spend as long as they liked with it. Eventually, it would crash. There was a bug in it, but that's just what it was, and that's really the best way to see this. It has also been in a museum space where this would be projected. You could still interact with it, but it would be projected larger. So it wasn't just, I always thought of it for an intimate audience of one. It's like me speaking to you. It's not made the way I make a film, where I'm picturing an audience at a screen,
Right.
at a darkened room. It was always thought of as a very private kind of work. So I like it just being looked at home. I mean, that's its ideal.
It also complicates our whole notion of spectatorship for a film, especially if we think of a theater in a dark room and a big screen. If the intention of the artist is for it to be seen at home, we can imagine pasta being cooked and the lights being on and noise happening outside, and it just.
But no, it should be seen at 1 a.m. It's lonely and it's a bit frightening.
That's why
Right.
It's not television.
This is my first time ever working with interactive cinema. I came in totally blind, not knowing what to expect. I know a lot of students here are taking digital media classes or taking interactive media classes. I came in from a pure narrative cinema studies background, so it's been really interesting to delve into this new realm of filmmaking and the potentialities of filmmaking and almost the intersections between visual art, sound design, game design, and cinema as art forms. I really was shocked at the variety that interactive cinema can offer. Beyond is obviously this experimental projection, no narrative base, and then you go to something like Shock in the Ear, where you really need to focus on the audio, the storytelling, the narrative that's been told.
Hi, I'm Taye. I'm Taye Kim, and I have been studying, learning, researching, thinking about interactive cinema and immersive media since 2015. I love the way the audience can, in one way or the other, in a very variety of ways, to be part of the narrative. That's what I love about interactive media, whether it be just clicking, whether it be actually changing the narrative, whether it be adding sound or adding like doodling through the screen, whatever it may be. I love how it invites audience into the experience, and that's what makes interactive media fascinating.
I'm Jiangsu. I'm a writer and curator specializing in digital art. And I'm also the founder of Digital Arts Blog, which is an online publication dedicated to new media arts. So I'm very deep into interactive media works and digital artworks and digital storytelling in general. All of these works we just engage with. We're so funky and weird and bizarre in the best way possible that I often don't even know what I'm engaging with, but it makes me laugh. There was this Sally AI chatbot, and she's like, ask me any question and I'll tell you your future, and you're like, ooh, do you type something and it's like, oh, you really thought that I was gonna know the answer to it? And you're like, oh my god.